Where the road to immortality begins for most teams, we're underway from Wild Card Weekend. And this will be a touchback, so we're going to need our first snap to see the first action of this game. All right, let's get this show on the road. It is 1st and 10.
Let's go.
Okay, the wide receiver is going to get it to begin the drive. And the reverse call pays off. Some decent yardage before he's brought down.
Well, I know this. This staff loves the athleticism and versatility he brings to the offense. That's not only as a receiver, but as someone who can take occasional carries and turn them into good yards.
After a good pickup, they're set up with 2nd and short. Here's Brees Hall on the ground for the first time. And they bring him down, but there's a flag on the field. So now, partner, got to reevaluate what to do on this next snap because the holding call pushes him back quite a ways. Everyone's prepped. It's 2nd down now.
60 Eagles, 60 Eagles.
Shotgun snap. They're going to throw. Ooh, would have been a big gainer if they connected, but they could not. Instead, 3rd down coming up.
Hey, Mr. Quarterback down there, that's a throw that's got to go somewhere else. Double coverage was waiting for it. QB super fortunate that ball wasn't picked. An incompletion, still pretty good for the defense, too.
Here he is on 3rd and long. He's on the move. He'll make a bid for it on the ground. And he's going to go out of bounds. Looks a little short of the 35. The Armadillos sending out their punter. Fair catch called for and made at the 35-yard line. No return on that punt. And they'll get ready to go on offense. 1st down, ball at the 36. Motioning him from the slot right. Oh, he drops a cut to the right sideline. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. New set of downs for him at the 38. This one's a little touch pass forward to his man coming across. And he's going to be taken down a yard shy of the 25. 12 yards on that play, and a good call nets him the 1st.
That was the perfect play call for that particular situation. Gave him enough to pick up a 1st with some room to spare.
Opening carry for Devon Achane.
Kate, I know you can see that smile on my face as we stand next to each other. Sure, I love that run. But I'm thinking about some great running backs. In fact, Corey Dillon, who created a lot of negative grades on my play sheet because I didn't want to carry out no fake. I wanted to watch the damage he could do like we just saw.
Rolling left, buying some time. He loses the football. And this is going to stay with the offense as he makes the recovery. He only finds a window for 2, but that's still enough for a 1st down. Well, you don't like to see the fumble, but hey, at least they were able to be the ones to recover it, and they keep possession.
Yeah, and I think the key there was to stay calm through the chaos. Cooler heads prevailed. Got him the ball back.
A nice pickup of 11 there, Brock, and they'll have 1st and goal to figure out.
Oh, that vision he has when he gets into space like a chess master. Seeing multiple moves ahead of time. He knows who's going to attack and at what angles, and he maneuvers his way through before someone can finally get to him.
They've set themselves up well for an opening drive touchdown here, Brock. It's 1st and goal. Shotgun snap, looking to throw. And he will score. It's a Houston touchdown. The Bisons get a perfect start. They've gone up 6-0. Groupie adds the extra point. And the Bisons will jump out to a 7-0 lead. And after they reach the end zone, they'll kick it off and turn things over to the defense. And he wasn't chancing a return there, putting it out on the back of the end zone for a touchback. First and 10 now from the 30. They start the drive with Hall. And they're able to grind him to a halt after a pickup of 4. Moving quickly, trying to get set again. From the 34. This one is tipped away and incomplete. Good positioning to make a play on it. That forces third down.
Well, both ends of their defense nearly came away with a huge play. Another step, and they sacked the quarterback. But even still, the hit altered the throw and almost set up a takeaway.
Last pass unsuccessful, and they have third down here. They'll empty the backfield and motion him out. On the move, headed right. He's running for it. A nice gain of 13 yards as it brings up a first down.
That's one of those occasions when you're sitting in the pocket and you're just looking for that escape valve. And then when you get it, you get space to run, and you get a first down, that's a big bonus for the quarterback.
Throwing with a blitz on the way. Has him on the quick hitter. Along the right sideline, there's space. He makes it in for the touchdown. The Armadillos cut it to a lone point on the scoreboard. And that right there, Brock, is a touchdown I think our fellow broadcaster Greg Olson would be proud of. A big strike to the tight end that I don't think a lot of receivers could have pulled off and make it look as easy.
You know, a lot of times you're splitting hairs talking about the differences between tight ends and receivers at this level, because a lot of those guys, they work the same route tree and they move with the football, well, just like their receiver teammates. And they can score some lengthy touchdowns too, just like he showed off.
Fielded at the 7. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line. They'll get this drive started. First and 10. They'll start the drive with Achane. And he pushes it up across the 30 before going out. Give him 5 on that carry, bringing up 2nd and 5.
It's got to be so demoralizing as a defense when you go up against a running back who just keeps those legs churning like a piston in an engine, and that effort's contagious. This entire offense is getting a boost, and he busts those tackles.
Escapes the pocket. He takes it himself.
You know, sometimes, and you've heard this from a lot of the great coaches, you know when to lose a battle to win the war. And that time, just simply not taking a loss, pretty big deal for the offense.
Third down from the gun. And that one's incomplete. For now, he brings up 4th. Let's see what this penalty flag is all about. Well, we knew it, Brock, and now they know it too. That one was on their defense. First and 10 for him now, following the penalty. Back now, pressure on its way. That's caught, Devon Achane. And he's brought down for a loss. One quarter gone, and welcome back. We're all set to start the second. Offense already out to resume its drive. Here's 2nd and 11. Everyone's out there, so let's get things restarted. Decent gain here, but short of the first. wants to move the chains here on 3rd and 4. They'll throw it. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And the defense comes through to back them up ahead of 4th down. The Bison sending out their punter. And he's getting nothing on that return. They wrap him up almost at the exact spot that he fielded that punt. Call that a booming 56 yards in the end. And they're going to take over possession. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. It's a design boot. He rolls to his right. Down the run right, throwing deep down the side. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete.
Well, that was almost one of those nice chunk plays you like to see in the NFL, Kate, before he was able to recover and provide the hit and ultimately dislodge the football. You like to see that physical edge and scrappiness to contest any kind of shot plays down the field.
The give on 2nd to Hall. And he found some running room for a nice gain. A solid 8-yard gain there, and now they're going to have 3rd and 2.
So much to like about that run, Kate, particularly what he was able to get out of it. The defense, I think, feels a little fortunate they were able to track him down before an even bigger run and crossing that 1st down marker.
Flushed out of the pocket. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. Well-timed strike by that defender to knock it free. And that leaves them with a decision to make on 4th and short. Punt team is on now, and they get this away. And that return comes to an end as they touch him down. Here's 1st and 10 from the 34. They'll throw to begin this drive. Forced out to his right. Looking right, and he finds him. And he'll push this upfield and earn them a new set of downs.
I think my favorite part was the magic he worked after the catch. The way he took the completion and made so much more out of it by adding all the extra yardage.
Only one play in, Brock, and this drive already to midfield. From midfield now. Escapes out to the left. Decent yardage picked up here before he slides down to avoid the tackle.
You know, Kate, back in the day, we had a slip and slide to practice for moments just like that. Actually practicing how to slide and get out of harm's way. Nice gain on the play and denied that defense yet another chance to take a shot on him.
And they make the stop, we're going to say, at about the 37-yard line. He gets 6 on that play, and it sets up a Houston first. Out of the shotgun, a give to A.J. And he's caught behind the line for a loss. Offense in the hurry up here. Second and 12 behind the sticks. Flushed out now to his left. Throwing all the way to the end zone here. And his perfect start is over. And that's the first one of his throws to wind up incomplete.
Oh, that is such a bummer. A dropped touchdown right in the end zone. We're going to see how quickly he can flush this one. He better, because they got to make it impact later.
To the air, 3rd and long. Able to find Achane. And he's stopped at the 31-yard line. That brings us to the 2-minute warning in Memphis. It's the Bisons with it on 4th and 4. Need a conversion. They're throwing for it. He connects downfield on 4th. And he gets this down to the 13-yard line. They'll keep this drive moving after a big 18-yard pickup on 4th down. He brings the offense up now for a 1st and 10. Caught quick right side. And he's in! Touchdown, Houston! The Bisons get some late points and the lead. Groupie to try the point after. The point after splits the uprights. And the Bisons break that tie and now lead by 7. They put a touchdown on the board, and now they'll send it away. And that one bounces through the end zone for a touchback. First and 10 now from the 30.
19 tight. Set up.
They're going to throw here to begin the drive. Buys time, rolling right. Big catch made, and he got both feet in. And they get there to touch him down, Brock, but a big gain on that play. This is reeled in by Wilson. And they make the stop, we're going to say, at about the 37-yard line. Now we're going to get an offensive timeout, so that's their first. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime. Second down now, 7 to go.
Here we go.
From the 37. He beams one deep right side. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact.
Defender's not going to be thrilled the catch was almost made on his watch, but more importantly, he breaks it up. Gives him a chance to do a little jawing after the play. Lets the other guy know he roughed him up and cost him that catch.
They'll throw on 3rd and long. Chased out to his right. They connect on the deep shot. And he'll go down shy of the end zone. They mark him at the 4. They rip off a big chunk of field, and it sets him up with 1st and goal. That's incomplete for the moment. We do have a flag down, but it might not be good news for their offense. That's usually where we see holding calls. Wrong time to get caught for holding. Backed him up as they'll retry this 1st and goal. They kick the running back in motion. They'll throw it again. Bails out of the pocket quick. And it's caught. Touchdown! The Armadillos earn the chance to tie it before halftime. Exactly the play they were looking for, Brock. They saw it, and he put it right on the money.
Yeah, it really was a perfect play. This is what it looked like in practice, but more importantly now to get it done in game time, that's what you're looking for. Amazing when it all comes together.
Time left for maybe a return plus a play here as they send this away. And that one hit the landing zone first and then into the end zone. So it's going to be a touchback out to the 20. They've got 1st and 10, Brock, but time for maybe 2 plays at most if they even want to try anything. They motion the slot man right. Looking to throw. Headed out right. He's on the move. And he crosses the sideline a yard or 2 beyond that 30.
That is so demoralizing for a defense. You lock things down in coverage. You do everything right on the back end. You need to see the quarterback escape, evade the pressure, and get that 1st down anyway.
He's back to throw. Looking left, throwing deep. That's grabbed inside the 30. And he breaks into enemy territory before being stopped on a huge gain. Back from the break, I'm Kate Scott, joined by Brock Keyword, and we are just moments away from the beginning of our second half. All right, Brock, that was enough of a break. Back to playoff football as the second half of our wild card game gets underway. Has this at the 6. He's brought down at what looks like the 24-yard line. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. They'll come out throwing. Completed to Davis. And he'll go down, it will say right at the 39-yard line. That play gains 15, and it moves the sticks.
Well, things weren't about to end after the first hit or the second. This tight end had a vision for what he wanted to happen after the catch, and he was going to take on all comers to try to make it a reality.
Back to pass on 1st and 10. He's on the move. Hits his tight end on the corner route. And he does quite a bit of damage before they finally take him down. Working quickly here. Getting out to his left. And he's just going to get rid of this one. Smart move there. When you saw the field, it's going to be 2nd down.
Look at the coverage on that play, Kate. I love that. That is textbook defense right there. When the quarterback escapes the pocket, man, you got to find somebody. You got to go get sticky on your offensive guy. It's exactly what the secondary did, and it forces the throwaway.
So after the incomplete pass, here's 2nd and goal. And they've got him behind the line for a big loss. Offense up to the line fast. 3rd and long for him here. Escapes the pocket. And he's brought down real close to that goal line at the 1. The dose of the hurry-up offense here. Looking to throw. And the defender comes away with it. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10.
Here we go, set.
Throwing from his own end zone. Throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete. Just got a hand up on that to break it up. So 2nd down coming up.
The trajectory of that ball changes while it's in flight. I'll tell you this, Kate, on shorter throws, these receivers are so good to adjust, can still bring it in. But over a long distance, a tip like that alters the course of the ball, and it sure makes it tough to adjust in time.
Has him on the quick hitter. Finds a seam, left side, he's off to the races. Reaches the 40. Hits the 20. And that is a touchdown. The Armadillos grab the lead on their first series of the half. The impact this guy has had on this game, Brock, has been massive. They'd be on the comeback trail right now if it wasn't for his 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, and that second one far bigger than his first when you just look at the game circumstances. Puts him in front here in the second half. Puts a little jet fuel in the engines of their defense.
Aubrey now to kick this one away. Return coming from the 6. And they'll be looking at some decent field position. He's out of bounds up towards the 35. Here's 1st and 10 from the 34.
Let's go now.
Interception last drive doesn't deter them. They're going right back to the air. Complete over the middle. And he'll get it up to the 44.
You know, Kate, that really is one of the benefits that comes with experience. You'll feel it. All right, look at the quarterback, never seeing the rush, never looking at the rush. Instead, eyes are downfield, and the big play follows.
Achan reels it in. And he's officially in enemy territory now. They're going to give him the opposing 49. Call it 7 yards on the play, and that's enough for the first down. Looking for a throw here. Searches from the pocket. Complete out to the right. And he'll cross the 50 and start pushing onto the opposing side of the field. 8 yards to go. Let's see how they approach this second down. From the 47. Heaves this one for the back of the end zone. Had the window to go deep, but just couldn't make it happen. Now it's third down.
That's somebody they're going to look for if he has any space deep. That space, though, Kate, just disappeared between when he let that pass go and when he actually made it down the field.
Complete beyond the marker. And they're going to haul him down a step before the 30, right at the 31. The end result there, 15 yards and a first. Still sticking with the passing game. They'll just throw it away, but here comes the flag. There was nobody in the neighborhood of that one. Well, I've always wanted to ask this, and this feels like the perfect moment, Brock. Is there ever a time where a quarterback feels intentional grounding is actually worth it?
No. I don't think so. Not for your team, not for your play caller, not for your coach, not for the game situation. There really isn't a time. You've got to find an outlet, somewhere to throw that ball away safely.
And he overshoots his man. It's incomplete. Looking for the back that time. So now it's going to be third and long.
You know, that was a play, Kate, right there where you need to buy your receivers just enough time to get open along their routes. And your quarterback enough time to find and hit him with the throw. Time? Well, that's not what he had. O-line couldn't hold up, and it forces the incompletion.
On the move, headed right. On the run, heaving it back across the field. Well, they had the look, certainly didn't shy away from it, but couldn't connect. And now they're stuck facing fourth down. Looking for his wide receiver there. And they're going to be stuck with a fourth and long.
You hear defensive coaches preach this all the time about not giving up the big play. Keep everything in front of you. They're going to need to stay vigilant because he's definitely a receiver who can take the lid off of a defense.
Play clock ran all the way down there, and this is going to cost the offense. They already got the stop and the turnover on down, so they're just going to decline this penalty. They're out now, ready to punt it. And this is the second time he's been brought on to kick it. And he sends this one straight up, trying to stick them deep. He takes the fair catch at about the 26-yard line. We don't get a return out of that punt. And it's going to be their football coming up. They're out and set, first and 10.
18 Cardinal, 18 Cardinal.
They send a man in motion. They'll start this one out with Hall. He's able to drive that pile about a yard. That's Odafe Owe with a stop. Just a gain of 1, and that brings up 2nd and 9.
You know, they got some positive yards. That's a good thing. But too many plays like that, it just is too hard to pile together, get first downs against the better defenses in this league.
We're down to 1 quarter before... They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9.
Hiking 18. And set go.
Pass play now. Made the throw as he was getting hit, Brock, and it's incomplete.
You need to buy your receivers enough time to get open along their route, and your quarterback enough time to find and hit them with the throw. When the line doesn't hold up, incompletions follow.
So after that prior incompletion, we've got 3rd down.
Set. 60 Maverick. Ready.
Back to throw. They did it! He made the interception! And the Bisons have some new life in the 4th. All right, defense did its job, forced the offense into a 3rd and long, and that, in large part, partner, led to that interception.
Such a dichotomy, Kate, in so many ways. Offensively, we hear all the time what? Stay on schedule, avoid these situations. Defensive coaches, you know what they say, earn the right to rush the passer, earn the right to make them one-dimensional, and when you do, go pay it off. And they did in the biggest of ways with that huge INT.
From the 18 on 2nd down. Rolling left, buying some time. The shot to the end zone is incomplete. Took his shot at 6 that time. And now they need to get 4 on 3rd down.
Well, that throw just got away from the quarterback a little bit. I'll tell you this. I do love the escapability. I mean, it is such a key in today's game of football, really at any level. Some tough circumstances, though, to try and complete that one down the field.
And he's able to get this down to the 13. Moving quickly, trying to get set again. Throwing it again here. He brings it in. And they'll get this down nearly to the end zone. Instead, stopped at the 2. A nice pickup of 11 there, Brock, and they'll have 1st and goal to figure out. Running for it, it's Achan. And that's only 1 yard up the middle. Got to be 2nd down. Offense in the hurry up here. Throwing with a blitz on the way. And he will score. It's a Houston touchdown. The Bisons pick it off and get points on the ensuing drive. His kick is good, for the moment at least, as we've got a flag down on the field. I think they're going to get him for hitting the kicker. So they tag him for roughing the kicker. And now this kickoff's going to come from the 50. Let's see if they loft in and try to stick him deep. Following the penalty, the kick moves up, and he sends it away. And that one flies right on past the end zone. Didn't make an effort to hit the landing area at all. So they're going to give them a drive starting at the 30. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10.
Here we go.
Looking to throw here and shake off that previous INT. Got to him right as he threw it, and it falls to the ground.
And this is why scouts talk about a player's closing speed, Kate. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released. And that sure altered the throw.
And the defense gets there to force a small loss. Working quickly here. He'll throw it. Finds him over the middle. And that tackle stops him after a solid gain. Offense up to the line fast.
19 Tiger. 18 Pioneer. Buffalo 18. Hawk 70. 79 Bronco. Set go.
Back to throw it. Forced out to his right. And they give to him on 4th down. It's a sack and a turnover on down.
One way or the other, that was going to be a decisive play to break this tie. They thought that they could pick it up, no question about it, and build some momentum down the field. But how about a shout-out to that defense, now setting their offense up in great position.
Throw left side, complete. And he'll be brought down here at the 23-yard line. After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4. From the 23. Short pass brought in. And he's in! Touchdown, Houston! The Bisons take a 4th quarter lead. Groupie to try the point after. Extra point sent right down the middle. And the Bisons break that tie and now lead by 7. Following the touchdown, they'll kick it back and see what the opposition has in store. And he just sends it over the end zone. No threat of a return at all, but now they're going to spot the ball at the 30 to begin the drive. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10.
18 Cardinal, 18 Cardinal. Go!
Throwing off the play fake here. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete.
Can't cover it much better than that. Really well covered, Kate, on that play. There just simply was not a window for him to sneak that throw in.
All right, one more snap before the 2-minute warning. 2nd and 10 now. It's the 2-minute warning from Memphis. Armadillos losing by 7. No connection on the last play, and now it's 3rd down.
Go!
Here he is to throw. He'll dump this one off to his running back, complete. And that's good yardage there with a new set of downs to boot. Trying to set this up quick. Looking right, and he finds him. And nothing doing on that run. Defenders bottle it up quickly. Setting up to pass. A bit of desperation on this deep shot. Really pushing the envelope on 2nd down, but the deep shot doesn't work. No luck finding his receiver that time. And things look tougher now with 3rd and long.
They don't complete a high percentage of these, but even the incomplete deep shots serve a purpose. It keeps the defense honest, knowing if they overcommit close, they could get burned.
18 run. Hurt. Tracking 60. 70 range.
Looking to throw it. Trying to push it deep downfield. That could be it, folks. It's intercepted. And the Bisons make the play that should win them this game. So it's been a bit of a mixed bag for him, partner. He does have the 3 touchdowns in this game, but also now a couple of interceptions.
You almost feel like, Kate, he's seeing most of the picture on how to attack this defense, but just not quite all of it yet. It's largely been good, as he said. Some nice touchdowns as well. But there's still a couple of these looks in coverage that are giving him problems, and he's got to figure that picture out.
The defense calls a timeout, so that's their first. They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9. It's a sweep. He pops the pass forward. And once again, he doesn't manage much before getting brought down. Timeout taken by the defense. They're 2nd. And they'll have just one left to burn now. They come to the line here, and this is 3rd and 6. He's back to throw. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. You go middle of the field against zone coverage, Brock. You know this firsthand. You are throwing into rush hour, and there aren't a lot of easy completions to be found in that part of the field.
Yeah, and a lot of those throws, Kate, you're signing your guy up to take some sort of hit. It's on you to protect your guys. Credit that defense for flying around and making the play.
That punt goes unanswered. No return there. And it'll be their football. First down now, ball at the 39-yard line.
Let's go now.
Shotgun snap, a give to Hall. And he's in for the big play touchdown. Oh, Brock, but there it is. holding penalty is going to make first down twice as tough. They're 20 from the marker to start things out. That could be it, folks. It's intercepted.
The first down pass intercepted. They'll take over first and 10 at the 32-yard line.
Into the victory formation they go, Brock, here on first down. Your favorite formation, right, Brock? The victory formation here as he takes a knee.
They could stop the clock now if they choose. In the final moments of the game, every second counts. If you're going to call a timeout, you want to be right next to that official to signal it in just as that knee goes down.
So hard work rewarded as they take a well-earned win in this one. And you never want to count out those wild card teams once the postseason begins, right? We've seen a few go on magical runs before, and they've officially begun theirs here, fighting their way to next week's divisional round games. So that's it for us here. Brock Heward, our crew, I'm Kate Scott. This has been the NFL on EA Sports. It's a well-earned win for the Bisons, as with that, we sign off from Memphis.